Hello, and welcome to the second episode of Let's Play Blueprints. So, we are still on our first day of this game, and we've finished looking at the archives. As far as I can tell, there were some small things about the final page here where I thought I might want to note that they breached the south wall of the Royal Museum. Yes. Yeah. South wall. Subdued Royal Guard. And specifically, the reason that I was saying that the Royal Guard must not be the same as the Red Guards is that Royal Guard here is capitalized, which implies that's like the proper name. That's not just their informal name. So that is obviously not the same as Red Guards. Anyway, that's done. That's done. So, how are we doing here? We have three options open to us to leave here. So, I suppose, given that we are just trying to scope out rooms, we might want to go south first, or I wonder if we want to enter there through the entrance hall instead. Let's go east. Let's try going east. Which way is... That way is east, okay. So, we have the bedroom, pantry, and an archive floor plan. Don't really care about the money. Don't care about the steps, so let's try archived. We got the Nook. The Nook that was a double security camera. So, are there actually any visible cameras in this room? No. That's a little disappointing. It would be cool if they, for consistency's sake, had visible cameras in here. But of course, maybe they're recording us through here. Hello. Does look like there's... For a second there, I thought there was maybe writing through there, but that wouldn't make sense. Yeah. All right, so here's a cart and a car, so it's a T. It's a T. So that completes 8. We know for certain that is 8. The second row from the bottom reads 8. And here we are in the Nook. Is there anything noteworthy in the Nook? Well, obviously we need to get that key. There is a rook in the Nook, of course. Haha. White rook. And these don't seem super important, although is this design significant somehow? 3 mountains design. 3 mountains design in there. 3 mountains design. Okay. And it's curious to me that this room has 2 security monitors with cameras at separate angles, because, like, what's so important about this Nook? Oh, what's this? A journey noteworthy. As you continue on your adventure, you may want to consider getting something to scribble down your notes and observations. A pad, a scrap of paper, or perhaps most fittingly, a journal will prove to be an invaluable tool you will not regret having beside you on your journey. Why beside? Why is beside italicized? Beside italicized in note. Well, yes, I'm way ahead of them on that one. I'm already doing so. So good for me, I guess. This thing? Jukebox? Question mark? It doesn't seem to do anything. And this lamp... it doesn't do anything. Is the design significant in any way? I guess not. Alright, well, that's the Nook. We've got closet. We could get a couple items. We've got boudoir, which would lead us back towards the entrance hall. Or we could go with the archive floor plan. None of these cost any gems. I mean, really, any of them is fine, because it's not like we're cut off from here if we dead end this place. So anything goes. Should I just take the items? Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna take archive floor plan. And we got the guest bedroom, 10 steps. Well, that's fun. We got also car keys with the same logo as we found in the Nook. So, guest bedroom, we found car keys with the same logo that was on that shelf design in the Nook. Same three mountain design. As on Nook shelf. Okay. Fine. And this is in the guest bedroom. There's an anchor. Is that in any way significant? I mean, it seems to be nautically themed. Okay. And we have a stag and a tag. So that would be an S for our notes. So final word in that row is an, or final letter in that row is an S. All right. And we have a boat. Yeah, so this is definitely a nautically themed room. So that is a little unusual, given that this place seems to be in the middle of the mountains. What is the deal with that? We've got folded linens, a basketball, a sheep. Is that a sheep or a dog? Or a sheepdog? I guess it's a dog. I think that's a dog. Is there a chest? Oh, there is a... I guess that's a white pawn. It's supposed to be illuminated by the lamp? Maybe? Well, it's certainly not a black pawn. Okay, well there's a white question mark pawn here. White, gold, pawn. So let's look at this note. St. Clair, just wanted to write you a quick note thanking you for the weekend. I had a thrilling time on the hunt with Lord Evanson, whose peculiar personality somewhat made up for your own absence. I also got to appreciate your new game in the billiard room. It's been ages since I've seen the billiard room in the house. I was beginning to suspect you retired the floor plan. It was well worth the wait, though, as I always enjoy your mathematical puzzles and appreciate that I didn't need to know the rules of darts to play your variation. So, darts and math. Hoping your health improves shortly. KL. KL is a friend of presumably Herbert St. Clair. And mention of a Lord Evanson. Also friend? Okay. At some point, I will probably draw a social network map of these individuals, but today is not that day. Okay, so we got the 10 steps from the guest bedroom. Fun. We are now back here. Should we head back to the entrance hall or carry on up? I think we should go up. Let's go up. Go north. Lavatory is probably not great. Archive floor plan or courtyard for gym. Should we save the gym and go archive? No, because the courtyard definitely leads west and north. So that seems worthwhile. Alright, courtyard. What do we have here? There's a hole in the ground. Okay, I think you can use the shovel on those when you get a shovel. Yeah, that's right. I remember that. From watching another LP of this game. There's a garden hose. There's 4 trees. And some rocks. And that's about it. That's about it. Okay, so notable things about the courtyard. 4 trees, I guess. Is that it? I think so. Okay, the courtyard. Courtyard has 4 trees. And no paintings. No paintings. Fine. Let's carry on. The nursery, dead end. Whenever you draft a bedroom, gain 5 steps. The bedroom, whenever you enter this room, gain 2 steps. And an archive floor plan. What are we gonna do? I feel like risk the archive floor plan to see if we get something a little more open. Maybe, perhaps. Well, okay. We got a spare room. No pictures. There's a tape gun. It's being painted. There's nothing of interest. Closet, the chapel, or an archive floor plan. Ooh, fancy. What's this? The dining room. Each day, a meal is served in the dining room after rank 8 has been reached. There's that logo again. The dining room. So the 3 mountains logo is above the fireplace. And blue here. It's blue. What else do we got? We got a stag. We got chart and cart. So H. H. The letter here is H. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up from there. H. Okay. Do we have a chess piece? A white pawn. White pawn. Okay. And anything significant in here? There's blue flowers. There's some wine. There's a gem. Fun. That's kind of it. What about this? We cannot access that until I guess we've hit the right rank. The door is locked. Shall we go up or shall we go right? Oh, we can go up for free. So at this point, because we can potentially go right, maybe I will take the bedroom here. So there's bedroom, and let's try this. We got chapel, nursery, and archive floor plan. I don't know. It's more fun that way, right? So we get some coins. That's fun. And Bridget, please pick up some more fruit before Friday, as we have just been informed that we may have an extra guest exploring the house next week. 50 steps should be more than enough, so I think an even spread would be ideal. 5 apples, 5 bananas, 5 oranges. The enclosed amount should cover expenses, but please bring back any change from the order and leave it in the pantry. So does that imply... So we're in the pantry, and that's why there's change here. Does that imply that this is the number of... These are the number of total fruits that you can draw in a session? Pantry has note 5 apples, bananas, and oranges somewhere, and it's Bridget. Bridget did shopping at someone's request. Probably the head housekeeper. Tea, an apple. So we can see outside there's a statue out there. Can't really make it out. And are there paintings? There are paintings in here. So this is tent and 10. So T. Okay. We are there, so that's a T. Okay. Another HT. I wonder if that is another 8. And then walk-in closet would give us 4 items. Lavatory is not really desirable. The archive floor plan could potentially allow us to carry on straight, but only for 1 room. So I'm going to take walk-in closet, I think. Yeah. Okay, the walk-in closet. So there are coats. They appear to be women's coats. Hat box. There's a swan. Shoe boxes. Black pawn. So walk-in closet. We have black pawn. We have a cupcake. What fun. 10 steps. Couple gems. And this person. Undescribed. This woman, I should say, presumably. I wonder, by her style of dress, if she is from an older generation than the generation that was around in the 80s. Let's put older woman? Question mark? Hats. Shoes seem pretty modern. So probably whoever owns this walk-in closet is not, like, this is seen recent use. Okay, so we have an ampersand and we have sand. So and sand, so this is an S. An S. Okay, and that is here. That's the first letter we have in that row. In photo. The older woman in the photo. Okay. Well, we have lots of steps. We have 3 gems and 3 keys. We're doing pretty good here. We might run out of openings, but, you know, this ain't bad. This ain't bad. All right. What next? Bedroom. There's a chest. Let's open it. There's dice. Plus 2 dice. When drafting, you may use dice to roll new floor plans. Okay. Cool. And some more coins. And there's a... So this is the bedroom. Interesting. This is not a guest bedroom. So this is a white pawn. So whose bedroom might this be? If it is not a guest bedroom. So we have stag and stage. So E. Okay. So this is an E. Okay, that's the first letter we have on that row. And a finger pointing down. Why? Press a button? Something like that? Oh. Greetings from Reddington. Okay. So... There's a card saying... Card says... Greetings from Reddington. And... Just not really any recognizable landmarks here. Just kind of is. Okay, this is a bedroom. There's a paper crane, pyramid, Oh, is this her bedroom? Well, hard to say, but there's a photo of a woman. Photo of woman with lunar pendant. Okay. Well, it seems unlikely she would have a photo of herself in the bedroom, in her own bedroom, but who the heck knows? Alright. We still have keys. Archive, laboratory, boudoir. Do we want to turn south? It could be a decent plan because that might give us more rooms without having to spend a lot of keys, because the further north we go, the more keys that we have to spend. So I'm gonna say sure, let's take boudoir. Boudoir has women's shoes in it, a chaise lounge, a phonograph, a Christmas picture, and apparently somebody got a safe for Christmas. Okay. Why? Oh, maybe the combination to the safe is Christmas Day and dates, right? Is that what this is? Okay, so boudoir. We have a safe with Christmas theme in photo. Okay, and it's very strange, the idea of having a Christmas tree in your boudoir. I'm not. I can't say that would be the first place that I would put a Christmas tree. So that's highly conspicuous. So here's the safe. So December. There we go. Easy. Easy. No problem. And I swear I haven't seen that in another LP. That was just very obvious. Okay, so I got a gem. The fourth red letter. Okay. So there is in safe code 1225. There is a letter. There's a fourth red letter with red gem. And Herbert, I was distraught to learn that you have chosen to admit the details of our dear Marian's, quote, disappearance from the public record. So she has not disappeared, we can infer from that. It is no surprise to me that the royal court would want this embarrassment kept as quiet as possible, but I am shocked that you have so little regard for your niece that you would play the king's scullion and stoop to kissing the foot that treads upon her memory. She gave up her family, her fortune, and her life, and all you can do is think of your name. So this person at least thinks that Mary is dead. Having never had a family name nor a fortune of my own, I cannot personally condemn you for faltering in your commitment to make the same sacrifices she did. But for the love of God, do not by that same display of weakness clutch your petty assets so tightly that you undermine the cause that she forfeited everything to further. So presumably the anti-royalist cause. Our countrymen must be made aware of the price she paid and must be made to see the color of the flag she flew as she rode into the darkness of 100 nights. Okay, so the price she paid and the color of the flag she flew, which, is presumably not red. To deny her story, is to deny her life. If through your silence you bless this betrayal, our son Simon, your heir, will inherit a fortune of lies and will spit upon your grave when he learns of your cursed foolishness. Needless to say, we will not be coming for Christmas this year. Daniel. All right, so Daniel is our father. Daniel is Simon's father. So presumably Daniel Jones, who is not not Caleb Manning. So Caleb Manning is definitely not, or at least not Simon's biological, or sorry, officially, yeah. Simon's legitimate father. I don't even know what you call that. Father by name, descent, etc., family. But it seems likely that this Daniel Jones is probably Simon's dad. So saying that there is that Mary Jones, is that the name of Simon's mom? Yeah, Mary Matthew Jones, right? Mary Jones is dead. The color of the flag she flew. Okay. And there's no dates anywhere in here. Okay. So I suppose this is ironic because they weren't coming for Christmas that year. So yeah, we don't really know anything about Daniel. Should we go back or should we use this key? Let's use this key. We could take passageway, we could take locksmith to get keys, but probably it's not the most useful thing. Passageway would get us. Passageway doesn't seem the most useful. Well, it gives us 2 ways out. I'm going to take the archive floor plan. Hey, how about that? Well, it's not the worst. We got 1 way out. There is, so this is the chapel. There's a white bishop in here. There are angels that are enumerated, and the crest that we saw at the start of the game, which is kind of like representative of the mountain. It's interesting to me that this central angel figure is obscured by the altar, and we cannot get behind it. Okay, well, let's make a list here of these angels. So Angel 1. Angels. There's 1 is a gardener with the hoe. Angel 2 is here is Angel 2 is a baker with a what do you call that? I don't even know. With thing you put in the oven, thing you put in wood fire oven. Angel 3 is maybe a farmer with a pitchfork. Angel 4 is a chimney sweep. With a broom. Angel 5 is over here. Angel 5 is a maid with a also with a broom, but with a, you know, not a chimney broom. And Angel 6 is a hunter? That looks like someone's going fox hunting, right? Maybe an aristocrat? An aristocrat? Aristocrat / hunter with a riding crop. And Angel 7 is Angel 7 is a queen. Seven is a queen with a scepter and shield. And so that would imply probably that Angel 8 would be the king. Right? King question mark. So the layout is, I'm just going to draw this. So it's 3, 8 question mark. 6. On the left we have a 2. And then we have a 5. And then we have a 7. And then a 1. And a 4. Okay. Anything else worth noting in here? I'll just make a note that the altar is blocking the 8th one. Okay. Anything on the pews? Doesn't look like it. Nothing on these. Okay. So we can go up this way. Locked. Alright, we don't have keys. We're locked here. We have 50 steps left, so we can get to the den to check out that direction. And I suppose that's what we're going to do. I could have pushed north to try to get the dining room activated, but we're fine on steps. That's not our limiting factor right now. And the dining room would have given us food, which would have given us steps. Is the logic I'm following there. Okay. Observatory. Back to the den. And what we have? We have commissary goes up, goes north. Archive floor plans. We have 9 money. So we could potentially buy something at the commissary. So I think I'm going to draw a commissary. Alright. Commissary. Commissary has Crow and Row, so it's a C. So this is... fill this in. C. C. CRA we have on that line. Okay. Alright, the commissary will be closed from day 12 to day 16. Sorry for any convenience, but this is false because it's on a red note. Okay, whatever. Staff notice. This is the same thing we saw in the security room. And there's a jukebox here and an arcade machine that does not function. Sale. Annual Maids Day, 2 days only. All items up 50% off. So day 20 and 21. And 21 as Maids Day. All commissary items 50% off. Okay. Well, it's a ways off, but good to know. Alright, so we got the... Maybe we'll grab the shovel and try to dig up stuff. Because we don't have a key. We don't have enough for a key, I should say. Exits. So can we get out of here, or is this locked? We can get out of here, okay. West Wing Hall is nice, I think. Or should we burn a gem on archive floor plan or redraw? Redraw. Workshop, closet, or archive floor plan or redraw. Okay. Okay, we're in the nursery. Food, fun, and Red Prince. Alright, okay, nursery is where the Red Prince is. So, as it is, of course, by Miriam Marigold, as we all knew, there's no publication date, there's no publisher listed, which is unfortunate. There was a red prince who sat on a red throne. He had a red crown made of rubies and a red castle made of stone. The prince had a love for all things red. It's the only true color, the prince often said. But we know the red notes are always false, so that probably is meant to mean the opposite. He could not stand the sight of a canary or a crow. He could not stand the white of a swan in the snow. He never looked up for fear of the view. He had heard that the sky was not a red hue. So he always had a book to turn his eyes down if he was ever outside when the clouds weren't around. And do you know which book the prince always had? The one that made him happy whenever he was sad? A story he had read in the bath and the bed, and maybe you can guess with the clues that we have said. It was the story of a boy who also wore red, and he looked like our prince from his toes to his head. As you, my reader, might already assume, this book is quite near you, in fact, in the same room. A story about you, if it needs to be said, about a red prince and his book, the red book we just read. And there's no closing stuff on the back cover we can read. So, anything of interest in this story? I mean, it's about us, but we already knew that from the archives. Is canary crow, like canary crow, swan, are those significant? Like, do they have symbolic meaning? We've seen a swan figure in one of the rooms. Sky is blue. I mean, okay, sure. Yeah, whatever. So presumably this was our nursery. There's a big old goose. This is a blue room. There's a red ball, blue ball, blue and red and blue, blue and red and blue, blue and red and blue. It's a little bit, no, it's basically blue and red. So like, you know, obviously with the sky being blue in the book, blue being the opposite or complementary color of red, that we can imply that the anti-royalist cause is probably the blue cause, because that book was associated with anti-royal sentiment, right? There's a Rubik's Cube. There's a white pawn. Yeah, why did I think that the pawn in that other room was yellow when that's just clearly the color of the white pawn? I don't know. Whatever. It must have been something to do with the surrounding context. What about these mobiles? There's some seahorses, and that's that. There's purple stars everywhere. 5-pointed stars everywhere. 5-pointed star, 5-pointed star. So 5-pointed stars may be significant. So, I mean, like, clearly, you know, if this was the nursery, and even the sheets are blue, you know, it seems unlikely that Simon, in fact, was obsessed with red. Okay, so we got car and card, so this is a D. That's a D. Okay, so that's nursery. Are we done for today? I think we might be done for today. Cool. Oh, right, we can go to the courtyard and dig something up. So it would be through here is the best way. Okay, more steps. Sure. A key. We got a key. We're not done yet. Right? We can take the chapel door. Yep. Okay, locksmith conference room. Whenever items would be spread throughout the house, they are placed in this room instead. Or archive floor plan, or redraw. I mean, I think conference room. Okay. So the conference room. Oh, this is it's a key card room, key card door. Okay, so we got notepads, pens, spreading items. Some special rooms allow you to spread items throughout your house. When items are spread, they are immediately placed in several of the rooms currently on your estate. However, if you have a conference room, spread items are gathered in that room instead. Sure. And safe code is not 9083. Does that tell us anything useful at all? Like, it's like it could be anything other than those numbers. Because it's a lie. It's not false, it's a lie. Or it's not simply false, it's a lie, is what I should say. Reminder, after meeting adjourns, take all conference notes and place them in the office space. Okay, conference notes are in the office space. Office safe. Notes in office safe. Sure. Show closet could give us potentially a key. The bunk room counts as 2 bedrooms. We don't need steps. Archived. Floor plan or redraw. Utility closet. Utility closet. Hey. That's gonna get us through the keycard entry system. We can turn on the lights in the dark room, maybe. The garage lights go on, the gymnasium lights go off. I don't know what this is about. Danger. Toggling of breaker switches may result in unexpected loss of floor plan functionality. Please call DC Power if you require assistance. Okay. Oh, right. So, utility closet. We have switches for the dark room, the gym, and the garage. some color toggle things. I think is that. Oh right, yeah. Sorry, I remember this puzzle from before, but I have no idea how to solve it. So, okay, we'll figure that out eventually. We have a coat and a cot, so A. And we forgot to get the paintings here. So this was pilot and plot. And let's open this door. So we got wine cellar, we give us gems, kitchen, food for sale, or archive floor plan, archive floor plan. What do we got in here? The heck is this? The bunk room. There it is. So what are the paintings? We got 10. Shore. Shore, cliff. Cliff? No. Tag. Sea. I don't know. We've had that as 10, but I can't think of anything this would be 10 with. Bluff. Cliff. Scene. Shore. Beach. Cliff. I don't know. I don't know what that one is. Ugh. Sorry. I can't quite figure that out. Someone's got an Atari 2600. Era appropriate, even though we're on another planet. The Turtles of Vera is the tape. So there is a tape. The Turtles of Vera. And the Atari has blue, yellow, pink, red, pink, white as the sequence on the thing. Atari 2600, blue, yellow, pink, red, pink, white. Then we have another tape that says the Trinsdale Mystery. Yep, it must be the Trinsdale Mystery. Tape. The Trinsdale Mystery. There are 2 black pawns in here. Interesting. Why two? Because there's two beds, I presume. Ah. Today is a good day because Simon is at camp and he is not as much fun as my friends. I will not have to share my toys, and I will not have to share my room, and I will not have to share my snacks. Having a younger brother is not as much fun as they told me it would be, but today will be a good day because he is at camp. Herbie is mean and really stupid, and today is a good day because I threw away his airplane. I also had more fun at camp than he has had in his entire life. Today is a good day because I got my brother in trouble for reading my private journal without my permission and writing mean things in it too. He also threw my model airplane in the bushes outside, but I got it back, and if he does it again, he will not get to go to the park on Friday, and I'll make sure he gets no presents for his birthday. I don't need any presents because I have my brother's book because he won't stop writing about me, and today is a good day because I know he cries when he can't find his book. Even though he's older, he is a crybaby. Today is a good day because today my brother returns from college, and I get to finally return to him the book I took from him a long time ago. Hopefully you find it as hilarious as I do. I honestly have no idea how we survive sharing a room. All things being said, I wouldn't have it any other way. Redacted. I still would rather have had a sister. Congrats on the diploma and welcome home, Simon. Okay, so Simon's older brother is Herbert. I assume. Herbert / Herbie. Okay, so question, why is Herbie not inheriting this stuff if he's the older brother? Why is Simon getting it, right? Why is Herbert not inheriting? Is he dead? So notably, Simon did write in red for everything, so it's possible he did actually really like red, and the book was saying the truth. And they shared a room. Simon and Herbert shared a room as kids, which is strange considering that they seem to be tremendously rich, but okay. There's a cute little hamster in there. Oh, look at him go. He's got, is it gerbil maybe? Oh. Okay, we've got the 5-pointed star again. We got drums, a teepee, some spear things. Why is it so rustic when it's in the middle of this mansion? I don't understand. Camp Colonel is red. So red letters, and presumably where Simon went to camp as a child. And I don't know, Cliff. I don't know. Scene, landscape, I don't know. Okay. Are we done? We got 2 coins, we got 2 gems, we got 57 steps, so I guess we might as well go outside and check that out. How do we get out of here? Go through the chapel. So yeah, so Simon's older brother being Herbert means that he was named after his great uncle, most likely. Oops, we don't want to go that way. Go this way. Because the Herbert S. St. Clair was the great uncle who is the owner of this place. Again, makes it very suspect that. Oh, we have a room here. We have a room here. Woo. Billiard room was mentioned in that thing. But we have a gem. Let's spend it. We got the drawing room. Is that what it's called? Yeah, the drawing room. When you draw new floor, you may draw new floor plans while drafting in this room. Well, we aren't going to be doing that. There are a lot of pictures, but I assume Pin and Pine, right? That's probably it. So E. Okay, so SA blank ES is the word for the bottom row. All right, what are we gonna learn here? So this is the drawing room. So there is a. Is that a picture of Herbert? Maybe Herbert S. St. Clair. I think. Drawing of Herbert S. St. Clair? Question mark. Is this clock functional? Yes. There's a phone, a lamp, pictures facing opposite directions, and lots of stuff about the length of their stride. Weird. Okay, there's a white pawn in here. Oh, I think I missed the pawn, or the chess piece in. No, I got the 2 black pawns. So, in that case, because there were 2 black pawns in the bunk room, and that room was shared by Simon and Herbert, does that imply that Simon's immediate family is indicated by black chess pieces? So, like, the Jones family symbolized by black chess pieces? a note. Drawing floor plans. Each time you click on a door, you will draw 3 floor plans from which you must select one to draft. However, there's some items in rooms that will allow you to redraw. Well, we know that because we got the dice. Anything on the back? No, nothing there. Is he holding anything? No. Okay. Is it... This is the chair, right? This is the chair that he's sitting in. I can't press anything on the fireplace. So yeah, because somebody would have been sitting here drawing him, and he would have been sat in this chair. And the chair doesn't do anything. Alright, drawing room's complete. So we have finished off everything for rooms. Anything interesting in the entranceway we should take note of. So this is a picture of a lake. A picture of a lake. There's a clock. Functional clock. Yes. There's a man with a beard. And there is another man without a beard and a bow tie. And this guy has a necktie. Okay. And there's an urn. And 3 birds. Pigeons? Maybe? Alright. So there's the mountain. Make a wish. Why not? Okay. We can open this. No, we can't open this. So that must open somewhere, somehow. Is it locked, like, obviously, or... It's not. You could just climb over the fence. There's no reason not to. It's not in the rules that you can't do that. That's not part of what was in the will, as far as we know. Right? There's some braziers, maybe. There's a fountain. This water is not reflective. There's like maybe a gas line running into these. There's a big spooky tunnel. That's like, oh, this could be lit. This is like a torch. You could light this torch. It's like something in the way here. Some kind of boxes or something. Okay. So, outside, spooky tunnel has torches to light. Oh. Spooky Tunnel 2? No, we can't open that. Okay. Board it off. Off tunnel. And I assume this clock is functional as well. Looks like it. That's cool. So that must mean there is a clock tower somewhere in the mansion, maybe? There's another spooky tunnel. Tunnel with metal door. So obviously, you know, these there are many tunnels. There are many tunnels. There's a driveway that has that's closed. The door that has the crest of the family on it. There's a bunch of white trees. Oh. You dug up a secret floor plan. Well, that's fun. Well, yes. Okay, so to be clear, I had seen that dug up before. Just need to be honest about that because people accuse me of cheating otherwise. And I'm not cheating, I'm just using the knowledge that I have, and well, I can't unknow it. I don't. There's a lock to the orchard, and I don't know what the code is. I honestly don't know what the code is. Orchard is locked. It's locked with combo lock. I mean, again, you know, Simon, maybe you could try busting that with your shovel, but whatever, Simon, you do you. And then we have like a sort of like bomb shelter door. Okay, so there are many tunnels. There are many tunnels, and they have big doors. I think we're done for the day. Can we just like take a snooze? Oh! There was that bird. Okay, due to the rules, the campsite. Due to the rules set forth in your great uncle's will, you are not allowed to stay in this state overnight. Luckily, however, your scouting skills have been put to good use to fabricate a very respectable off-site sleeping quarter. So, because we've been to camp, right? We've been to camp as we learned in the bunk room. So the bird is there. That's the bird from the picture. And presumably is the swim bird. That is the swim bird, yes. Some books, a bedroll. Okay. Well, we've got one of these. We filled out like half of the estate, which ain't bad. We learned a lot of stuff. And yeah, Seems like a good day to me. We didn't get to check out the car keys at all. But that's okay. Let's call it a day. Ooh, the Mount Holly was an ordinary inn. Mount Holly Inn, presumably because we had so many bedrooms going on, right? Steps taken, 69. Nice. Rank reached 6, not quite 8, but it's alright. And items found 2. Okay. Save and continue. Day 2. Well, day 2 is full of new possibilities, but it's been about an hour and a half, so I think it's time to call it for this episode. I hope you've enjoyed this. Of course, you're welcome to leave comments on the videos. I've recorded the first and second back to back, but probably will read what you have to say before I record the next one. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.